Hello, my name is Suzanne Stevens, and I teach at the Bryn Mawr School for Girls. I teach 7th grade pre-algebra, and this is the first complete year that I have used the flipped classroom model. I began doing it last year, about halfway through the school year. So I'm going to discuss with you some of its pros and cons. What you're looking at here is just the website that I use to house my material. I use Schoology, and this is where I set up my courses and have all of the content that my students need. So I upload videos here, handouts, answer keys, links, and anything else I'd like to post. So some of the pros. One of the pros to flipped classroom is that the lecture is taken from the classroom. So I'm not spending most of my time just going over homework questions and lecturing. My class time is completely evolving, and it's pretty cool. I get to use that time to actively engage with all of my students. I get to see who needs one-on-one assistance. I also get to see how the girls discuss math topics and how they are able to collaborate with each other. So that's been really great. The immediate assistance also has been phenomenal. So I can tell right away who's struggling with word problems and who understands it and who can be challenged a little bit further. So that's pretty neat. The dynamic of my classroom has also changed. So it's not centered on me anymore, it is student-centered, and I think that that has been an awesome change because I'm getting to know just more about my students in general, as well as how they do with math topics. The differentiation is something that I've been working on a lot this year, and I'm hoping to continue developing. So I am able, like I said, to see where students need help and where they are having success, and I can push students who, could go further, and I'm also able to incorporate more projects and just activities in the classroom as well, so that's been great. For the students, it's nice for them to have my lectures available online because one, I know everyone gets the same lecture, but two, they can always go back to the lecture if they were absent or if they're looking to review. So that's nice to have. They also have more access just to me in general, so they don't have to try to find time in between classes to meet with me. They can meet with me during class. Homework time has also been a really big benefit. I know exactly how long my students are spending on their homework. So it's not like, hey, here's the set of problems, go home and good luck, and the student is spending 2 hours a night on their math homework. I know that everyone should be spending between 20 and 25 minutes watching and taking notes on my videos. The videos themselves are only between 10 and 15 minutes, but I do expect the girls to stop and pause and do some activities on their own and then resume, and of course they're taking notes, so it does take a little bit longer. But I know exactly what they should be going home to do every night and how long it should take them, so that's been really great. Parents, it's also been a lot of fun having the flipped classroom because I've been able to have more meaningful conversations with my students' parents. They hear me sometimes on a daily basis. I do ask the girls to wear headphones so that they don't, make their parents go crazy with my voice, but they feel like they know me, they know what I'm presenting, they know what types of content their student is learning, so I feel like that's been a big benefit as well. Also, it's really helped me think more about how I can incorporate technology in a meaningful way into my classroom. I've done a lot with professional development because of this flipped classroom, because it's not just about putting your lecture online and making your students watch it and then having them show up at class. It's about making dynamic, interesting videos and making sure that your video isn't too long, that's not too short, and that you're allowing for some interesting content as opposed to just here, this is me, watch me do this math. So it's challenged me in ways that I haven't been challenged before, and I've explored a lot of web tools that I haven't explored before to enhance my videos and enhance the students' learning. So I think that's why I enjoy using the flipped classroom model. In terms of cons, the only thing there are a couple of things that I see. One, there's a lot more collaborative work, and that is a pro, but it also could be a con. I mean, the girls do have to do math on their own as well, so it's really important in how you structure your classroom to make sure that students have time to independently reflect and think and perform, as well as work collaboratively. But that is the one thing, just making sure that they do have that time to work on their own and that they are preparing for tests and assessments by, again, working on their own. and completing work outside of the classroom. Also, internet computer issues. I do not typically run into those types of issues with my student population, but if you do have that, that would be a major drawback to a flipped classroom if your students do not have access. Also, it takes a lot of time to make videos, a lot of time. And editing could take forever. I've learned just not to edit, just to roll with it, and what you get is what you get, and that's okay. You're human. Also, you need the resources. So that, again, that's not a con, but if you don't have access to the best resources for you, it could be more of a challenge, I could say. But that's what I think about the flipped classroom. I also just like to think of it as blended learning. So how can you what content can you put out there online, and what content will you cover in class, and just thinking about it, what your classroom looks like and how your students learn, and how to get everything across in a meaningful way. So I hope that has answered any of your questions about why I do this, and just thank you for your time. Bye.